All right. Well, welcome everyone. My name is Phyllis, PSC 100X on the dApp. Excited to be here. I love doing this call. It really gives me a lot of energy, but mostly you give me the energy, really. So I'm going to ask that this call be really interactive and, just really lively, because it really does help me as a speaker, and I'd love for you to be able to get the most out of this as well. So today is April 30th, and this is the Better Discussion Call, where we actually do this call every single day, 6 days a week. And excited to be able to bring that information to you. We actually do this, like I said, 6 days a week. It's usually at this time, which is 1 p.m. Pacific time. And it is 4 p.m. Eastern, and then it is 8 p.m. UTC. So welcome. We do the daily discussion and dApp overview. And again, I'm so thankful to be here today, guys. We're going to cover a lot of information and also how you can best utilize the most incredible trading platform on the market, or I should say, it is actually the most amazing platform, which you'll see, and those of you who are using it know exactly what I'm talking about. Again, I want to make sure that this call stays interactive, so be sure to join in. Love to hear from you. Raise your hand if you want. If you see that there's a break in my voice and you want to jump in because you have something that you'd like to add, feel free to do that as well. I don't mind, as long as we're respectful of each other's time. So whether you're a veteran here in our community or whether you are brand new today, I'll show you what I think is the best tool, research tool in the crypto space. And in this platform that I'm going to share with you can actually help you do some incredible things. You can actually, we've had people who actually testimonials where they did a 2x, 5x, 10x, and even more than that. So if you're brand new and you don't have a clue what I'm talking about right now, that's okay. It's quite all right. We're going to actually help you learn that. That's why we do these calls every day. But you can also go to vetter.ai and you can actually do some of your own research as well and kind of understand more about it. Also, you can also chime in on our communities that we have. We have a Telegram group for support, and we have another Telegram group as well. And you'll see that once I go through the dApp, you'll see where you can actually join them, and you'll know exactly, you'll be able to communicate with the community, and they'll be able to help you understand a lot about the Vetter platform. So without going on any longer, I just want to ask one quick question so I can kind of just get a feel for, do we have anybody who's brand new to the Vetter trading club, and not to the trading club, but the Vetter platform? Is anybody just brand new, just got started, pretty much just brought their tokens? Anybody out there? Just raise your hand, let me know. All right. Well, now I kind of have a better understanding of, where I need to be. So this is a good audience that I can actually get into the dApp with you as well. So before we do that, I just want to go and talk a little bit about the upcoming and what is actually been happening around us, which is amazing. Okay, we have a marketing update and an AMA, okay, with our marketing gurus anonymous, and we're really excited about that. That's going to be this coming Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. UTC. So please mark your calendars, make sure you're there. I'm sure it'll be recorded, but there's nothing like being in a live event. In my opinion, I love being when it's live. It just brings a lot of it just makes me feel better. I get to feel like I get to understand the questions. And the other thing about being live is a lot of the AMA information is usually not recorded because it makes it too long, and we can't upload that correctly. So I think that will, if that'll kind of entice you to want to be on that call. Let's recap from the last AMA. I know that there was a recap done the other day, but I thought we should really do it again because there was some amazing information. First of all, the announcements that were made, it was number one, the buy tax of Vetter token is now 1%. Woohoo, right? That's amazing. I'm so excited. The buy and sell tax of Vetter token will become 0% soon before Launchpad token is launched. That's exciting as well. There will soon be no wallet to wallet transfer. So that is amazing. And that's going to allow us to be able to do other things like centralized exchange listings, okay, which is coming. So now that the wallet to wallet tax is gone, okay, we'll be able to actually move in that direction. Cash rewards to be paid out to scouts regularly for loading quality projects to the Vetter calendar. You know, paid in BNB or BUSD, it's really your choice. And that's pretty exciting, guys, I can tell you right now. So you're going to get cash rewards. We have a signals launch in tier 4, okay, where you can follow unlimited numbers of performing scouts and, whoop, I spelled that wrong, scouts. Performing scouts, and now get alerts when they indicate they're getting into the hot projects. Tier 3, you can follow up to one top performing scout to test out the features. Okay, and oops, and here we go. We're going to actually, let's see here. The top performing scouts will be spotlighted. So that's pretty cool. So you'll know who they are. You can follow them. You can follow their hottest signals. There's also a 10% referral bonus paid in Vetter to anyone you refer to the Vetter token who buys Vetter, all purchases that come from your referral link. And I'm actually going to talk about a little bit about that and show you where that is. Just remember that the 10% won't stay there forever. Okay, that I'm sure that'll be adjusted as we go. And I believe that was also said in the AMA. So just a friendly reminder, we also have the Vetter swap. It's a custom interface in-house by our development team, and it is live as we speak. So to buy Vetter right now on the site and making it easy, and I'll show you what I mean by that, it's very, very simple. The website rebrand and launching leading into the pre-sale launch and Launchpad token, and staking images of the sites were actually shared on the Telegram. So if you're in Telegram, April 27th, just scroll up to that and you can look at the images. They're pretty fantastic. Okay, the Europe tour with big physical presence in Croatia and Rome, and digital ads coming back on the PooCoin and Coinzilla, which is hundreds of crypto related sites, you know, which is going to be incredible. And that's going to be happening soon. And again, you're going to get that recap coming up. Improving, auditing, and sustaining project integrity. Okay, that was one of the biggest things that was in there. You know, actually one of the downside, but there's so many upsides to this. The last time for the royalty reflections that was due was already paid out. And unfortunately, we had to remove that because there were some people that were actually cheating the system and dumping the tokens upon receiving payouts, and therefore, you know, hurting us as investors. So it really actually is a good thing. So let's get started. I'm actually going to go into really a deep dive. I really should switch out my mouse. I'm going to go into a deep dive of these. Okay, so I'm going to just go through some slides just to highlight some things, but I am going to go on the platform and share with you that as well. Okay, there are 2 ways that you can share your page. Now, it depends on which page you're on. So if you want to share this page, you would click the wheel in the top right, and you're going to click share this page. That's going to give you your link. That's going to give you the link, okay, that affiliate link where you can send out to people who want to get involved with Vetter. Okay, also, you can also do it in another way. And I'm just trying to be really gentle with my token here. So the other way you can do it is that if you're in your profile, you can actually click share my page, but just remember, whatever page you're on, that is the page that it's going to be sharing. Okay, so I'm going to get into all that. Again, these are just some highlights of things that I just wanted to share, you know, in a larger screen so you can actually see. Okay, the swap live and it's ready to roll and it's exciting, and I'll explain how to use it. Okay, and that's something that's really going to be pretty amazing. The notifications, that's going to be something I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you the differences between signals and watch list and personal and systems. Okay, that's going to change. You'll understand more about that. I actually had to ask some questions about that today. You're going to also know who is following you, and also followers that are following you, and who people that you're following. You'll have that information as well. There's also signals, which I'm going to share with you about that. Project signals, favorite signals, participated in signals. So I'm going to be able to describe and go over that information as well. The watch list, okay, I'm going to explain that in more detail, okay? And then of course your projects, the ones that you scouted, the ones that you assumed, vetted, and voted. And I'm going to get into those details as well. And the gains and tips, which is always an exciting one, right? What you received in tips and what you sent out in tips as well. And votes as well. It's going to talk about the voting. And I love the fact that you can actually look and see the durations. You can see the votes that you received, and also you can see the votes that you sent. Okay. Now the audit, I just passed it because it's actually not available to you. That's actually available to the auditors, which I'm one. So I'm not going to really get into that because there's no need, but just know that, we're still out there, making sure that everything's running smoothly. And so we don't have any issues out there that we need to address. Now, also, again, I think I already talked about the voting. So that's something that you're going to be able to see as well. And the gains and tips. Okay. Also, this is another project, another thing that happened out there in the project section, and which we'll get into that as well, where you're on the calendar. You're going to notice that there's different filters like these right here: project signals, favorite signals, participated in signals. That's pretty cool stuff. Also, if you notice, there's been a lot more networks offered as well. And I'm sure there's going to be more than this coming up. So let's go ahead and let me kind of get out of here, and let me just get right into the dApp so I can actually share with you, okay, exactly some of the highlights. And I want to just make sure I open this up so you can see it at a full screen. Okay, now just to take you through, okay, here's what I was talking about, where the wheel is here, right? This is where you can actually share your page. So if you click here, it's going to copy your clipboard, and then you can actually post that wherever it is that you feel you want to post. If you're sending it to a friend, or if you're sending it through social media, I just want to do a word of caution out there. Of course, social media doesn't like us just popping links everywhere. So we want to be really careful on how we do that. So we want to make sure that our posts that we're doing are of value, and, get people to actually ask you for it. Okay, of course, you can always send it out to people that you know as well. So getting back to where else I said to you, you can actually go to the tracker profile, and this is also share your page as well. But just keep in mind, once you click this, you're going to be sharing just this page. Of course, they'll be able to get to the other pages as well. But I just want to share that with you so that when you're, when you can actually go to this wheel anytime and share any page. Okay, let's just kind of briefly, this here information is pretty much the same, with the exception of what I just shared with you in regards to being able to share the page. The other thing you want to know is that you will have to put your passcode in, it looks like, every time you come onto the site. And that's okay. It's a great thing for you, right? To make sure that you're secure. All this information here has pretty much been the same, but I will get into more of the detail of that, in just a minute or so. Okay, so let me just go ahead and get this kicked off here. Let's go into the actual categories and go into the calendar itself. Now, the networks, like I said to you, it's much expanded. Okay. There's a lot here, and there's more, I'm sure, that are going to be added in the future. Okay, Launchpad is pretty much the same. Categories the same. The event types are the same. Rankings the same as well. Okay, Oracle is the same, but the big changes here are project signals, favorite signals, and participated in signals. Now you'll understand more about what these all mean when I get to that part. Okay, so that's the part that has changed, you know, in the filters category. So I'm just going to stop for a second just to ask if there's any questions that anybody might have. I can actually try to answer them. Any questions on what I shared so far? All right, well, let's move forward then. Okay. All right, let's move down into the tracker. And I'm sure a lot of people are really interested in that. I know I was, okay? So the tracker is very interesting. There's a lot of great features here. Of course, we know the share my page feature. These are all shortcuts, guys, basically to everything that you have access to. So if you wanted to just click on signals, you can. If you wanted to click on watch list, you can. If you want to just click on projects, you can. If you want to see about, you know, the tips, or you want to see about audits, or oh, I have that, you don't have that. And if you want to see about the gains and tips, you can actually click that. So it's really shortcuts, which I love. Okay, so just be, you know, cautious, and not cautious, but just know that it's there, because it can help you kind of get around the site a lot quicker. Okay, this here also tells you the tier that you are. This wallet happens to be at Diamond 2. Okay, so it's also going to tell you that if you wanted to buy more Vetter, okay, and you wanted to get to Diamond 3, it's going to tell you it requires you to have that amount of tokens, right? So what you can do is, this is going to tell you everything about it, which is great. So if you wanted to go buy more of the Vetter to get to that Diamond 3 level, you would just click here. And I'll explain this while I'm here. The reason I love this so much is because for anyone who is a brand new user, you know, and perhaps they just got in and they want to buy some tokens, okay, but they really don't know much about, you know, the tax and all that. And right now it's, you know, it's pretty easy, but they can actually do this, and this calculates everything for them. So I'm not going to get into the specifics on that, because I do want to spend more time going through the rest of it, and then we'll come back once we get to that section. So I love it because, again, you know, if you're at Diamond 1 and you want to get to, you know, Diamond 2, if you're at Diamond 2 and you want to get to 3, or if you're at Tier 4 or at Tier 3 and you want to understand how to get to Tier 4, it's going to tell you everything that you need to get to Tier 4, but it's also going to tell you the features. So for instance, if you're at Tier 0, it basically tells you how much you need to hold, okay, and also tells you that what you actually have. Now I'm at Diamond 2, so I think it's actually sharing with me what I have, which is not really, you know, when you're at 0, you'll see, because it'll actually bring up to you what level and how much you actually need to get to the next level, and so on. These here, this is pretty cool. These are your socials, and that means pretty much these are the people that you're connected to, meaning the ones that you're following, okay? And also it's going to actually it's going to tell you like how many votes you have, how many tips you've gotten, you know, how many people that you're who are, you know, your followers, and that kind of thing in that category. But we're going to get into that more in depth. Projects, it talks about, again, we've had this before, you know, how many projects you've actually have, and the activity is actually the votes. how many favorites that you have, how many that your people that you're actually following. And that is, we're going to get into more detail. This is just basically that dashboard type of information. Love this. This is kind of all the badges that someone would have, and depending upon, where they are, like I'm an all-star voter, I'm a Green Scout, I'm a purple vetter, I'm a purple voter. Okay, all my projects get auto approved because of my track record. And also I'm at the top multiplier for our new launchpad that's coming up as well. So that's pretty exciting. So that's what that means too. Okay, so let's kind of scroll down and let's start to break this out a little bit. Okay, this here are the notifications. Okay, and the notifications are all the notifications that you're actually getting. It's going to be all the signals, the watch lists, your personal, and your system. And I'm going to explain each of them. Okay, so if you click on signal, okay, these are people you are following. Okay, projects, these are project signals, or a list of the projects that someone actually that you're following itself, that somebody, that one of the people that you're following, is scouted, vetted, or did something, within those notifications. That's what that means. These are people that you actually are following and they did something on the dApp. Okay, you're going to get a lot of these types of things if you were following people. Okay, the watch list, what the watch list is are projects that you're basically, you're watching. Okay, your own watch. It's your own favorite signal, pretty much like what you're watching. Okay, personal. Actually, these are personal notifications. That let me make sure I'm reading this correctly, because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the correct information. These are notifications of projects that have been that I've actually put input on, meaning I assume this project, my vote on this vetting by Metal Ride was useful. So what I did, that's a notification of something that I've done. Project Vault Finance has been added to the calendar. That's something that I did. Okay, Vault Finance was published. Okay, I published that. Phantom Pad received a vote from this person. So these are things that are being shown that are my own personal information. Okay, this here is I voted on this. Okay, Wealth Protocol received a vote. I actually scouted that. So that's the information that you want to make sure that you're familiar with here. Okay, system is basically a broadcast system that can only be done, through the admin channel. So for instance, the AMA that's coming up, when Mike gets a chance, he can actually go in and put a notification in about the upcoming AMA. He can actually broadcast a message. Okay, and that's going to be this will be great too, because it'll be not just notifying people via Telegram, pardon me, but it'll also be notifying people, through our dApp, as well as we have Discord, so it'll be notifying people through Discord. But now there's a way for everybody who is using the dApp can be notified. Pretty cool. So let me ask if there's any questions so far on these, what I just went through. These are the three notifications. There's signal. Of course, you can click all, and that's when it's going to be all kind of into one, but you can also break them down to make it easier to read as well. So I'm just going to actually take a peek and see if there's anybody out there that has any questions so far. If you learned something new, let me know that. Just kind of let me know in the chat. That'd be great. So I can just want to find out if if there's things that you're learning new. That's a great news for me, because that means that, I'm helping you uncover things that perhaps you didn't understand. So just let me know that. Okay, now there's no hands up. So let's see here. Cynthia has a question. How did you get to the tracker page? Can you show us? Sure. This is the actual dashboard that you're used to seeing, right? Okay, this is the initial dashboard. I went to right here to tracker. See, it says dashboard, CrowdX, which is the calendar, and this is the tracker. Okay. All right. Got it, guys? All right. Good question. Thanks. Thanks, Cynthia, for asking that. I'm sure someone else had that question as well. You're welcome anytime. So let's try to move through the next segment, okay, which is the section on, let's see, is it following? Let's make sure that I covered everything on that watch list. Yeah, let me just recap it. Just want to make sure, because it was something that I actually had to just double verify. Wanted to make sure signals, again, just to clarify, are people that you are following. So anything that they're doing, okay, you're going to be signaled. Anything that they're doing on the dApp, you'll know. Okay, the watch list itself is activity that's happened on my watch list, things that I'm personally watching. And personal is basically your personal notification activity, your votes, who I voted for, who voted for me, projects that I have, vetting or vetted projects I did, you know, votes that I've received, okay? And again, the systems is basically a broadcast messaging. Let's go into following, okay? This is pretty cool, okay? I love it. I put some people in here just because I wanted you to see. You know, I basically went through and just followed some people, as you see here, okay? And these are people that I'm currently, I put in this morning. You can also see followers. You can also see who is following you as well, which is a good thing. So you can actually kind of understand who the followers are and who's following you, and again, who you're following, and etc. Okay, one of the questions I got asked was, how do you actually go, how do you follow? Well, you know, the easiest way to do that is if you know someone that you want to follow, okay, let's just say, give me somebody put their handle in the dApp, you know, in the chat, and I'll go put in there and follow you. Somebody go ahead and throw it in. Cynthia, what's your dApp handle, or Gary, or anybody who's on the call? What's your handle? All right, let's see. Okay, Ionis. Okay, so it's IOANN. Okay, I usually just go there and grab one of his posts. Oh, that's not you. Okay, maybe maybe it's reading that as a J for John. Oh, this is you. Okay, so all I have to do here is I click on Ionis, and right here is follow user. You click it, and it tells you that you now followed the user. If you want to unfollow them, you just click it again, and it just toggles it off. Okay, so again, on, and then again, off. All right, just want to make sure that you see that. Any questions on that? Pretty simple, right? All right, let's get back down here. This is great. You can actually go right to, you can view the follower here. You can unfollow them here. You don't even need to go to the actual where I was to do that, but you can actually do it from here as well. Okay. Followers, if you want to go look at them and you want to just go ahead and take a peek, you can do that as well. Now, signals. Signals is very interesting. And there are project signals, okay? There are favorite signals, and there's participated in signals. But before I get into that, I want to describe what this means over here. When you click this, this means that you are adding this to your watch list, okay? So I'm just going to unclick it. But so for instance, if you're actually watching a project, okay, and you want to put it on your watch list, okay, you can actually put it on your watch list, okay, and you can actually filter that at a later date. Of course, you already know what your favorite list is, okay, and this here is added to participated. So that means you participated in this particular project, okay? So if you want to keep track of that, I like this because if you add to your watch list, right, you can actually you can go back to your watch list and kind of like do some more research on your watch list, right? And if you're actually, if you're a veteran, or a scout, and you want to go back and you kind of take a look at what's happening out there, you might want to have that in your watch list so that you can actually go back and see what's happening, on those projects as well. I'm sure there's other ways of doing it, but that's just, one way. Just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, so these are these three are what they are. Everything else here is pretty much the same. Okay, it does give you, if you got tipped on it and so on, okay, it does give you the project. It gives you, all the information that it normally gave you, even when you go into the calendar. Now, let's go into favorite signals. Now, favorite signals would be a list of projects that you're following, okay, that you're following and you favored it yourself, okay? So just, I did some projects here just because I wanted to, and you can also do it through here. You can do it through, future launchables. Okay. You can do it through has launched, because maybe you want to go back and take a look at those projects to see how they're doing. You have everything here, right? Maybe you want to go see and, go back and take a peek and say, I haven't looked at this in a while. Maybe I should. Okay. Maybe you want to go look at, what do you have in the future so you don't miss what's happening or what's going to happen in the future, okay? Or something new, new things that you might be following, okay? So again, these are just favorites. And again, it's favorite signals, which will be a list of projects that you're following and you favored it. Participated signals, these are actual projects that I participated in. Now, I haven't really updated this yet, but I will. And because there are new projects, but I can tell you, if I click all projects, I do have ones, and you'll see that the bag is lit. Okay, this bag is not lit. But these are projects that I've actually participated in. Doesn't necessarily mean that I actually, doesn't necessarily. I wonder why this is like this. Because I had that on there. Wait, it is. Okay, that's weird. Okay, I need to actually add it. Okay. Yeah, okay. For some reason I did add it, but it didn't toggle. I'll jot that down so they can make sure they fix that. Again, guys, we're looking, we're going through little glitches here and there too. So, as I'm coming across them, I'm reporting them back to the dev team. But so far, there's been very, very little of them. Okay, let's go down to the actual, I just did that watch list, right? Yeah. Actually, I just confused you guys. Sorry. These are project signals. No wonder why it didn't look right to me. These are project signals, okay, that you're actually looking at. This participated in signals. These means they're projects that, you participated in, that you actually signaled out there, okay? But actually down here is where I was just describing, participated in projects. So these are projects that I actually personally participated in, okay? These are projects, as you can see, these are projects that you can actually, again, this is the telescope. That means that you're watching. The heart means you're actually following, and this here is basically what you participated in. And you're going to see some things duplicated in some areas, okay? Because it really depends how you're actually filtering these as well. All right, so back to the watch list here. This is what you're watching, favorites, okay? And then participated in, which I just described. All right, let's go to my projects. Now, again, this is all done by this. You can actually search it however way you want to, okay? You can actually click all and it's going to give you everything. It's going to actually give you the projects that you scouted. It'll give you the projects that you assumed. It'll give you projects that you vetted, and it's going to give you projects that you actually voted on as well. And you can see that by category. So if something happens where perhaps you want to see has launched, okay, and perhaps you haven't gotten any votes on that day or whatever, maybe you might want to just kind of, like we talked about before, just throw messages out there and say, hey, if you think this project, if you've got into this project and you think it did well, it'd be great if you can, send me a vote or something like that. So you can actually look at, launchable projects that way. You can look at them in really however you feel. These are all different categories on how you can look at the projects that you're actually, that are your projects. Okay, so again, this is all scouted, assumed, projects I vetted, and then projects I voted on personally. Okay. Now the audit section, I'm not going to get into it. You won't see this on yours. Okay. But, I'll give you a little sneak peek of it. It's going to actually, I can actually click these buttons and know when a project needs an audit because it wasn't audited yet. Okay. And that's going to be very helpful for us to maintain the integrity, of the project itself. Now, these are the votes. This is a great section. Again, you can do this by duration. If you want to see the votes that you received in a day only, you can actually click it and you can go look and you'll be able to see, all the votes that actually came in for that, this is received votes. Okay. Actually, that's received votes. So if you want to see it for a day only, okay, if you want to see it for a week, okay, if you want to see it for a month, you can actually take a look at that as well. And then you can also go and see the overall as well. So this might be helpful, if you have a project out there and you got the 24 on it, right? And that the time is probably up for the 7 day. It might just be, maybe a reminder, for you to be able to take a peek at that and see if did you get any votes on that. The sent is actually votes that you sent out. And this can be, again, for all durations, week only, day only. It's pretty much, it's your choice on how you actually would like to look at it. Tips and gains are basically the same as they were, tips you received, and then tips that you actually sent out to people as well. So that kind of wraps up this part of the tracker, okay? This here, is the university. Let me back up because I want to make sure I have any questions. Is there any questions that you might have that maybe I confused you, or there's something that you didn't understand, or whatever the case may be? I'd be more than happy to review it. Or if there's something that is confusing and we want to kind of redo that, we can. Or if you feel like perhaps one is different than what you thought, we can check that out as well. So Vernon, I see that you're here. Welcome, my friend.
Good to hear you, I'm Phyllis. I've been enjoying the program. The question I have is there a limit to the number of votes from various voters on a particular project?
I believe it is. I think it was 5 and maybe 3, but I have to check on that. I can't really remember. It used to be 5, 5 votes. Um, uh, 5 votes. So you can do, there could come 5 votes can come in on the 24 hours. Some 5 can come in on the 7, 5 votes can come in on the 30, and 5 votes can come in on the overall. I believe it's 5, but I'm going to double check that because I don't want to mislead you. What about paid royalty points? Well, the royalty points are no longer being. You're talking about the Green Scout points, or you're talking about the other points? VPAD. Okay, I don't know where that is. I'm not sure we have that yet. We know with the multiplier, we have that already in our profile page. Where you can see, let's see here, where was that? Oh, on Excel. Yeah, I don't have that information here for this call. Sorry about that, but that information usually comes through the Discord or comes through the Telegram groups itself. Okay. All right. All right. So any other questions so far? All right. Well, you know what the university is, and that's going to actually change. We're going to be adding more to that as well. And this is the swap. So I'm going to try to change this so I can make it look different. Let me just go to another wallet. I'm not going to remember this password because it's my daughter. Let me go to one that I might remember. I'm just trying to get it to look like, get it to look like someone who has less tokens. Let me see if I can remember this. Nope. Create a new password. All right, let me do that. All right, let me do that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, let me go back and give me 1 second, guys. I just got to go back and find the my screen share. And let me go back to where I was. And I didn't close anything out. That's weird. Let's just go back to it, all right? No biggie. All right. All right, I'm going to connect my wallet to my other account. I have a couple accounts because I use them for testing and all that. Oh, geez. Sorry, guys. I got to actually stop sharing again. All right. I just want to see something to make sure that this is coming up right. That's why I wanted to do that. All right. Here we go. All right. I wanted to see this. So I wanted to make sure that when I'm at the swap, see, it recognizes what tier you are. which is good. It tells me, let's see, what tier am I? It says I'm at tier 2. Okay, so if I wanted to go to tier 3, okay, this is what I would need. And then you can actually go ahead and you can purchase it, and it's going to calculate for you the amount to get you, to this amount. Okay, so what's great about it is you don't have to worry about the fees anymore, because it'll automatically calculate it for you. Like, say the buy tax is 1%, so it's automatically. So if you want to have an exact amount of tokens because you want to go to a certain tier, okay, it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do that. So if I go here, it's telling me I need to go to this, and it's going to cost this. If I wanted to go to Diamond 1, it's going to bring me to this. So what this does now, it takes the guesswork out of people, out of their hands, which is great, because a lot of times it's very confusing for people when it comes to like sales, sale tax and buy tax. This also is going to actually adjust accordingly when you're selling. This is also, I love this too, because when you go here, you can actually, it tells you about which tier, what tier gives you what. So now it's very specific. So tier 0 gives you that. Okay, tier 1 gives you this. Okay, tier 2 gives you this. So now someone, if wants to go to a certain level, they don't have to jump through hoops to try to find out what they need. It's all right here. So I love this, honestly. And you can also do custom, because some people, they're going to want to put their own desire, buy in, and somebody might want to do that, and that's okay. They may not want to jump to a certain tier, but they want to actually buy a particular amount. So whether it's 500 or whatever it is, it's still going to actually, it'll figure everything out, for them. And last but not least, the support area here, which is still the same. Okay, I'm just sharing this with you because I like the fact that if you're new here, you want to just know where you can get additional support, right through this section right here. These are all our updated socials. Okay, and the best way to get support is really come to these daily sessions as well. So I'm going to ask if you have any questions again. Guys, because I want to, if you don't, I'm going to move on to looking at a project for the next few minutes. But let me see if you have any questions. Vernon, you have a question?
Yes, I do. I'm looking at the swap feature here. And while it tells me insufficient funds, insufficient BNB funds, but how do I buy? I understand the swap, but how do I obtain the BNBs? How do I have to buy them, and how do I get them into that system?
Correct. You have to actually buy the BNB. So you're going to have to, whatever exchange that you buy your BNB from, some people buy it through Trust Wallet. Some people buy it from crypto.com. It really depends, where you live. If you live in the US, it has to you have to do Binance.us. If you're out of the US, you can use Binance. You have to just really check and see where you can buy your BNB. And the reason why I say that is because not all exchanges offer that, and some of these exchanges you can't use in certain areas, like countries and different states and things like that. So yeah, you have to purchase your BNB, and you would transfer that to your MetaMask wallet. Okay, and then it will recognize that you have sufficient funds once that BNB gets there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, fine. Good. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Let's see, Lonus, when I scout a project and I to participate, how do I register in dApp my participation so others know? I'm not understanding the question. When I scout a project, and you scout a project and you'll participate, how do I register in dApp my participation so others know. Can you reword that for me, or if somebody else?
Yeah, Philip,
Yes.
I'm here. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. The question is, in a project that I scout, how do I activate my participation so the others know that I have participated in that project? You know.
I got you. Okay. So what you would do is, let's see, let's go to you. Okay. Oh, did I not spell that right? Oh, you know why? I'm not at the right. All right, guys, let me switch my account so I can get what I need, because I can't get it from there. And I'll show you. Okay. And let me go back to my share screen. All right. Here we go. All right. All right. So I'm going to go to the calendar. Okay. Whoops. Again, go to the calendar, and I'm going to put you in, right? LOANNIS. Is that what it was?
No, it's not L, it's I in the beginning.
Oh, it's I.
Yeah.
I-O-A. Okay. This is you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now you're going to click on you. Okay. You're going to click on the project that you're actually, this is the project, right? Well, this is the project link for you. Okay, so you're the scout. Let's just go back. You're the scout, right? And this is the project link. So if you wanted to share this with someone, or you could actually share the page if you want it, but if you wanted to share this particular project, you can actually do this too, share this page. But if you want to share and ask people, talk to people about, I love this project. This is the reason why I love this project. It just did a 3X, you can actually take that and put it in the Telegram group or put it in the Discord with the link to the project.
Phyllis, I meant about the signals that we receive when the other people they are participating, or that it's only available for the vetters.
Oh, you're talking about signals? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you had said projects that how do I register my participation? So you're talking about signals.
Yes.
Okay, let me make sure I understand what you're. Okay. So the question is, you want to see what someone else is participating in? Is that what you're saying?
No. Like I take signals from other people when they participate in a project that they scouted.
Right.
In case in my a scout of mine, how I would let other people know that I participate in that project that I scouted.
So you want to know what your followers are?
No, in case I have a follower, and this follower, for example, he wants to know when I will participate in a project that I will scout. Is there any function that we hit?
No,
so
you don't have to do that function. They have to actually do that function. So when they follow you, then they're going to be notified. Let me see if I have some up here.
You understand what I mean? Huh?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think anyway. This is somebody that I followed, right? It's telling me that they actually posted a project today.
Yes.
So they will get, whoever's following you, okay, will get the notification of they'll get the notification of what you're doing, as well as whoever you're following, you'll get the notification of what they're doing.
Okay,
So you,
let me put it another way, because I took a signal for K Vetter that he would participate in a project that he scouted, but the notifications, there were two. One was that he scouted the project, and the other notification was that he would participate, or he already participated.
oh, okay, well, you got that notification though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is correct. That's the way it works is.
Yeah, okay, but the notification that he participated in the project, it comes automatically, or he activated an option that is inside dApp so others know that he participated in the project?
No, it's because you're following him.
So it goes automatically.
Correct, automatically. You don't have to do anything. It just, as long as you're following them, you automatically get these notifications. And as long as they're following you, they'll get the notifications. It's automatic. There's nothing you have to do.
Okay, Phyllis, you covered me.
All right, sorry about that. I wanted to make sure I understood you. That's all.
Okay, thank you a lot.
You're welcome. Anytime, anytime.
Hi, Phyllis. It's Wanda. Can I ask you a quick question about that same issue?
Sure.
So when you are getting your notifications, I would imagine you only would see those when you're logged into the dApp. There's no other way to get them, correct?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't see how that would happen.
Okay.
But I could be wrong, and I can always ask that.
So Phyllis, this is Gary. So if you get a signal that somebody's participating, that means they either scouted, vetted, or voted a project.
When it says participated, they're a project that the people that you are following marked as participated in. Does that make sense?
Oh, I missed that part.
Okay, so participated means they are projects that the people that you're following marked as participated in.
Okay, I didn't see that spot yet.
Okay. And again, guys, I basically spent some time this morning with one of the developers, and I think I have everything correct, but if there's something that's incorrect, I will be sure to come back to you and tell you. But I just wanted to get this out because I know a lot of people have been asking questions about it. And I wanted to make sure that at least if I could, kind of get some questions answered, then, that would be, that's a good start for those who needed to know more information. Daniel, I see you said here the money bag icon on the project adds it to the participated in list. That is correct. All right. Anything else, guys?
Is that money bag the only way for somebody to click on to show that they have participated in it, Phyllis?
I don't know. There may be another way. I don't really know, but I'm sure, I don't know. That could be a question I could ask, but I don't see another way.
So that was my main question for today in anticipation of this Zoom, was that what triggers that participating? Because that,
well, they have to, well, because if they participated in the project, that means that they participated in signals. Okay, that means that they participated in some of the signals.
okay.
Well,
but what does that mean? They participated in the signals? Is that something different than participating in a project?
That's a good question. Participated in signals, the way that I was described that today was they are projects that those you follow marked as participated in. So if I go here and I participated in here, okay,
Yes.
You'll be notified if you're following me that I participated in this project.
So all those signals that I've gotten so far, which is quite a few, those people have all went there and clicked on that money bag.
If it says participated, if it said participated, yes.
Okay.
If they said that. Now the scout will click the little money bag icon to indicate, yes, that is correct. That's what I had just mentioned. So like for myself, where was I? Let me get back here. Here, I participated in this. Okay, so
yeah.
whoever's following me got notified that I participated in Pedoverse.
Okay, so does that mean they had to either scout, vet, or vote to be able to click the money bag and say participated in?
Well, for me, for me, I think it means participated in, meaning got into the project. But
that would be nice.
yeah, but that would be I think. Let's see here. All right, that's a good question. Hey, Teresa, can you just take a couple notes on some of the questions so that we could get that answered?
So let's put it this way: if somebody did not vet, scout, or vote.
No, I think what happens is the project signals is basically if they vetted, scouted, or voted.
Okay.
You know, and then the favorite signals are those that they actually favored it.
Okay.
Okay. And then participated in are the ones that they actually participated in the trade. That's what I believe it means.
Okay.
And if it's different, I will make sure you know.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Hey,
That's
Phillips.
Yeah.
Hi, sorry. I have like 2 minutes here before the dogs start to bark. Real quick, I'm not sure. I think what they're asking is, how do you indicate, like, how is someone indicating that they're participating? What are your qualifications, right? You have to have scouted it, I would imagine. I don't know if it means if you're a vet or two. I haven't looked at that.
I don't know what you mean. I'm not following you.
Well, if you click on your own project, like one of your projects that you scouted and vetted, you should be able to click on the little money bag while you're, after you finish vetting it or whatever, or scouting it, and then you click on it, and anybody following you will know that you actually participated in that project, like you put money into it. Is that right?
Well, not necessarily. Let me make sure I understand. Let me go to one of my projects. Maybe we'll do it that way, just to make sure.
Philip, I have a last notification from you that you participated in a project that's called Meme Chain, 27-29 minutes before.
Okay. What did it say?
Action?
What was it? What did it say?
Meme Chain.
Okay, let me look.
Yeah, I will write it for you.
And you
the question is, what action did you do so I get a notification?
I'm trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure, because I was playing around a lot today, guys, with some of this. So
so he said meme chain. He wanted to know what action that you took to indicate you were participating in meme chain. And what it is you just clicked on that little money bag after you were done,
Yeah, but I don't remember doing that. That's why.
Okay.
That's why I'm
well, or even if it was someone else's project, I guess, right? You could just click on that money bag. As long as you clicked on the money bag.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what project it is.
Right. Somebody else is going to say,
but I didn't
look,
participate
Phyllis
in
got
that.
in on that project.
Yeah,
you
but
might
I
have been
didn't.
just doing that for example while you were
maybe
around here, because I got that notification too.
Okay, you know what? Let's try. You know what? Let me end the call. Okay, I'm not going to end it. I'm just going to stop the recording and let me just kind of go through the ending, and then I'm going to come back on and let's do a couple tests if you guys don't mind. That'd be a good thing to do. Okay.
I think that is the bag with the money that the girl said before, because
Okay, well,
if you
let's see. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Thanks so much for your participation today. It was a great call. I know we have some questions we need to get still answered, which is great. I love the questions. Your participation has been amazing today. So I'm going to go ahead and bid you guys a good night and a better tomorrow. And Monday, just know that the call will be done by Ryan, I believe. So it'll be a great call as well. So have a good night, everyone.
Hey, fellas.
You're welcome.